Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Spider-Man. We went on a little discussion last show when we pretty much discussed Spiderman Brand New Day. And we saw a tweet, well, not we, I saw a tweet that pretty much had me thinking. The account My Time to Shine Hello is currently at the movie shoot for Spider-Man Brand New Day. He is on set for the movie, showing pictures of the set, etc., things of that nature. And he came up with a tweet. And it said, "Do you think that Spider-Man 4 is going to make more in the box office than Avengers Doomsday?" And I had to sit there and say, and I had to be totally honest. Ladies and gentlemen, I would not be surprised if Spider-Man Brand New Day would make more money than Avengers Doomsday. Now let's do a little numbers check here. Every single Avengers film that has been produced by Marvel has made over $1 billion. We have the numbers right here. Avengers Endgame went on to make $2.7 billion. Infinity War went on to make $2 billion. Avengers Age of Ultron made $1.3 billion. And the Avengers made $1.5 billion. And now we got to put this into perspective with the Spider-Man movie numbers. Tom Holland's first Spider-Man film, and I don't have the numbers, I put them up on my phone beforehand. Tom Holland's first movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, ended up making $800 million. His second movie, Far From Home, ended up making $1.3 billion, I want to say. And then his last film, Spider-Man No Way Home, brung in a whopping $1.9 billion. So we have seen, history has told us that Tom Holland's Spider-Man movie is capable of making over $1 billion. Now that we have the numbers out of the way, let's think of it in this lens. Now, we know the state of the movie industry. We know that it is in a horrible state. Not many people are going to go see the movies in theaters. Right now, the only $1 billion movie we even had this year has been Lilo and Stitch. And there's one other one I want to say, but I cannot quite remember what it is. Or if we even do have another $1 billion film this year. I don't know. I know Minecraft got close. It just didn't quite get to the $1 billion mark. But there is essentially not many movies that have made $1 billion. So given the fact that Marvel has struggled in the box office the past couple of years, they cannot even get a film to reach the $500 million mark since Spider-Man No Way Home. They have been struggling at the box office. And we talked about it with Chris Hemsworth a couple of minutes ago. Right now, going into Avengers Doomsday, what has us interested to go see the movie? Because when we look at past Avengers movies, they always led up. The events of the movies always led up to the next Avengers film. When it became Iron Man 1, then it went to Captain America and Thor. All of those movies set up the very first Avengers film. Same thing with Avengers Infinity War. And ultimately, Endgame. That hasn't been the case for this phase 4, 5, and 6 of Marvel. Because this has been the most bland slate of movies leading up to an Avengers film. No heavy hitters. Ever since Spider-Man No Way Home, back in 2021. What big movie have they made that has got us excited leading up to the Avengers? Nothing. Let's see the last couple of movies. Just had Fantastic Four. We've had Thunderbolts. We've had the Marvels. We've had the Marvels. Shang-Chi. Eternals. It's a pretty much forgettable slate of movies. It really is. Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. None of these movies has set a groundwork of wanting to lead up to the upcoming Avengers movie and Avengers Doomsday. Really, the only ones that's really done any type of promoting the next movie, you can really say, is the ending of Fantastic Four. And a lot of this has to do with the mishandling of the Jonathan Majors situation, from them want to kick away from Kang the Conqueror, and then we moved on to Doctor Doom. And then there's we have nothing of Doctor Doom leading up to the Avengers. When it pertained to Thanos, we got our very first teaser of Thanos at the end of the first Avengers movie. Because Loki was the big bad in the first Avengers, and we got our first look at him in the first Thor movie. So we knew why Loki ended up being the villain for the first Avengers movie. And then we got Thanos at the end of the first Avengers movie. So we knew Thanos was going to end up being the big bad at the end of these movies, because we know the Infinity Stones were in play. But when it comes to Doctor Doom, we have seen virtually nothing. So there's no hype leading up to these Avengers movies. But what about Spider-Man Brand New Day? It's easily to get excited for, because at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, we're getting a grounded Spider-Man story. It teased us at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, where Spider-Man was in the classic Spider-Man suit. MJ don't know who he is. Ned doesn't know who he is. He's got his own apartment now by himself. Raggedy old looking apartment like a Peter Parker story would. Comic classic story would. And then he's swinging off into the sunset, just teasing us for the future. And then we've had these couple of rumors going around these last couple of days with the set photos. We got a brand new look at the suit. We know that the Hulk is going to be in this movie. We know that John Bernthal's Punisher is going to be in the movie. We know the villains that are going to be in it. They're going to actually capitalize on Scorpion, a villain that we saw that was teased at the end of Homecoming. So there's a lot to get excited about when it pertains to the Spider-Man movie in comparison to the Avengers movie. So with that being said, if you were to ask me right now, what film would end up making more money? I would say in a heartbeat that Spider-Man 4 could possibly end up making $1 billion. And I can say this, and I say this positively. Not thinking twice about it. This is going to be our first Avengers movie that is not going to reach $1 billion. You can just go ahead and book it. I don't see in any way, form, or fashion that this Avengers movie is going to make $1 billion. We've seen how the box office has treated Fantastic Four. I didn't do the research, but I'm just wanting to know, since Spider-Man No Way Home, what Marvel project has even came close to breaking the $500 million mark? I don't know. Maybe I might be thinking it might have been Wakanda Forever. Maybe. But I'm not quite 100% sure. Given that, with an Avengers movie that has got no hype around it whatsoever, it is the most bland and stale excitement level going into an Avengers movie. I would not be surprised if this movie is going to fall short of $1 billion. I really think it could get as low as $800 million. I don't see it making more than $800 million. I just don't. Maybe with Spider-Man, maybe, just maybe, the only way is if Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out and it is exciting and it possibly leads up with a post-credit scene leading up to Avengers Doomsday, and everybody that sees that sees that movie and gets excited for Avengers Doomsday and ends up showing for Avengers Doomsday, that's the only way. Because right now, Sony has confirmed that it is not moving its release date. Because originally, Spider-Man Brand New Day was supposed to come out after Avengers Doomsday. But now, they've moved Avengers Doomsday back. So now, Spider-Man is coming out before Avengers Doomsday. So I don't know if there is possibly going to be some type of teaser leading up to the next Avengers movie at Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But ultimately, I think Spider-Man 4 might come out on top. I'm very going to be interested to see and compare like the first trailer reactions and the first trailer numbers with the first Spider-Man teaser trailer that comes out compared to the first Avengers Doomsday trailer that comes out. It's going to be interesting to see, because that could be a pretty much measuring a litmus test to what possibly we could see at the box office going into both of these films. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Do you think and do you see Spider-Man 4 making more money than Avengers Doomsday? Or do you still think Avengers Doomsday could possibly make more money than Spider-Man, just because it may benefit from Spider-Man actually being so good to where people might have more confidence in Marvel and go out and see Avengers Doomsday? I want to know all of your comments down below.